Hi, this is just a tutorial video for how to do the driving for dollars. So I'm going to quickly explain how to go through it. I have created a Gmail account just for you to use. It's called D for D, standing for driving for dollars, and I'll give you the login and info as well. So that way you can log into this account. Once you log in, I want you to go to the Google Maps with logged into the account and I will give you the first area to start off with, but we're going to be starting off in Oak Park, Michigan. And that part will be 9 Mile over here to Greenfield to 10 Mile and then down to Coolidge. So this is already the area that you probably did your trial on, but even if you haven't, this is just an example. So let's say you have this area. You're going to be going down on Street View. So you start on one end of the box, and you could probably start over here, and you're going to drive your way through each single street to look at the houses. And our entire goal, so if you click on the beginning of the street over here, you can click open, and now you're at the beginning. So what we want to look for is very ugly houses that need work. So they might need a new roof, they might need windows, they might need uh, lawn care, they might need doors, they might need a new driveway, windows, everything that we can think of. Anything that makes a property look very dirty. Now, the thing is, we don't only want one of them. So if this property had a bad roof, but everything else here looks good, that means it's probably not a property that we want to add, because we're looking for properties that are very dirty and that are very ugly and that the owner has not taken care of. So you'll just be driving through looking for properties. The first thing I kind of look for is the roof. That's sometimes the biggest indicator, or the lawn to see. But see, all of these properties are kept in really good shape, so they wouldn't be the perfect match for us. But let's see if we can find an example. Just keep going, keep going. You might need to go slower as you're starting, but eventually you'll get used to it. I want to find at least 15 to 20 leads per hour if we're doing just the Google Maps. And then afterwards, I will teach you how to do the online searches and everything like that. So right now we're still driving. This one you can see has a bad roof. When you have these black streaks, it's a bad roof. Means that it's a little bit older, but everything else here looks good, so we don't want to include it. Let's keep going until we actually find one that looks bad. Not this one either. From over here, you can continue to go straight all the way till the end of the street and then move one street over and come back, or you can go here and finish the end of the road. I'm open to that. You guys decide how you want to do it best. But we want to look at every street in each neighborhood. Now look at this house. The roof is really bad, right? You can see all of this. It's very deteriorated. The windows are really bad, right? Because they're metal. These windows are newer because they're white from the outside. So these are aluminum. They're white. These ones are silver, and these are older windows. And you can kind of just tell really quickly that, hey, those are older, right? So even this house, this house has newer windows. This one's, I think, old. No, this one's newer too. This one's newer too. So this is a great example. Now you see the gutter, this piece that catches the water, it's also falling off. There's not a lot of good landscaping. In the back, there's a garage, and that also looks unkept. You can even zoom out a little bit, and if you zoom out far enough, sometimes you can see the outside of it. But or look at it from Google Earth view. So in this case, I won't do that, but basically, once you find a property, you want to verify the address. So this says 23471, I think it looks like, or it might be 411. So the way I can confirm that is by looking at the property next door, and this is 73401. So this is probably 73411, most likely. Yeah, 411. Sometimes the address is given over here, but in some cases that address is not right. So for example, I just scrolled up a little bit on the street and now it changed it to the correct address. But you always want to make sure the address is correct. Otherwise our data will be wrong. Because if you give me this house, but we're looking for this house, then it doesn't work. So what we'll do then is go ahead and hit this pin button, and then it will drop a pin on that house. You can confirm that it's that house by looking at it on Street View and just taking a look. Let's see if we can. So now I just hit that button. Now you can kind of see it from a higher scale too. I'm just using control on my keypad and then my mouse to kind of hover around. But this is the whole house. It's the same one that we just saw. You can tell it's really bad. Roof is really old. They keep the grass cut, so it's good for them, but it's just a very dirty house in general. So for example, now we have the house. And if you click back here on the street, you can go back and view it. So now we have the house and we want to get 411. Okay, so now it's the correct address. We're gonna pin this house, save, and I will make a new list for us called Driving for Dollars list, and we'll call this one Oak Park. Okay, so now that that's saved, it will be there. It's marked. See, and then anytime you want to access it, you can come here, click on Your Places, Saved, Driving for Dollars list. So now that's the first one. So now once you do a few of those, what it will end up looking like is probably like this. This is an example. We did a few. This took about 30 minutes to an hour. And this is 19 properties. So you can see in here like some examples, right? Like we want really dirty properties. So look, this one looks very messy. They haven't been keeping good care of it. The roof looks a little bit older. The yard is not well kept. You can see that this place is, the steps are breaking up. See if we can take a look from this angle. There's a lot of trees, even though this is, some of this is this neighbor's lawn, but this stuff over here is still this person's lawn. And you can see they haven't been keeping good care of it. The garage looks okay. It doesn't look bad. The door there looks nice, but the driveway also looks older. There's grass growing in there. So we just want really bad properties. A property that looks like this is not a good fit for us. We want really bad ones, because what we're going to do is contact the owners and ask them to sell the property to us. So we want the really dirty properties. So this one is a really good example. Then you can come back and, you know, we can go back to list and we can look at more and more and more of these properties. So let's look at another example, 2300 Harding. Let's see what we have here. So another one, right? Lots of bad lawn care. So they don't have good maintenance. So you know this owner probably doesn't care a lot about their property. And so if you scroll to the side, you can also sometimes see the garage in the back. In this case, we can't see much, but their windows are newer, so that's a good thing for them. The roof doesn't look that bad either, but it just looks like the house is a little bit dirty and not well kept. So it's a good potential. Even the one next to it looks pretty bad too. This one looks really bad. This one looks worse than the other one, but it looks like there's a car parked here and maybe someone was working on it. But even then, we would just include it in our list and then we'll do the checks. So once you have a few of these properties, then we can go through and we can do extract the list and then check for it on Zillow. So I'll send you the this video for the training, and then you can go ahead and let me know if you have any other questions. But basically, we want to look through the whole neighborhood. We want to look for the properties that are really dirty. So for example, we want to do this whole block, and right now we've only done maybe 10-20% of it. So that's what we're going to be working on. Again, only looking for dirty properties. After that, we'll Google these addresses and look on Zillow to make sure that they haven't sold recently. So this one has not sold recently, which means that we can probably contact the owner and try to buy it. So that's our objective. Let me know if you have any other questions, and I hope the video was helpful to you, and we'll go from there. Thank you.